Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Figured I'd hop on and do some card pulls. Tonight I actually get to go to Millstop Pool and check out the local public pool to see about doing a floating sound bath. I have this lady who's been coming to my sound baths for a few months now, and she told her friend about them and brought her friend to one of my meditative sound journeys, and they both seemed to really love it, and her friend wanted me to perform one of my meditative sound journeys at the Millstop Pool. So tonight I'm going to get to go do a sound check and see, the logistics of how many people we can have, and if the sound will kind of, travel in this area, because it's going to be outside. I've never done an outside event before, but I'm really excited about it. And just really blessed at all the opportunities and the people I've learned or met, and they also want to help me continue to travel on this journey, which feels just super unreal. And I'm super grateful for all the people that experience my meditations, but also the people that want to spread it further. So thank you guys. You know who you are. Don't want to mention your names in case you don't want to be publicized. But let me know if you change your mind in the future. But anyway, stay tuned, because we're going to have a floating sound bath at the end of the month. I don't know how many people we're going to be able to house there, but hope to see some of you there. Let's see, what does Source, Light, Universe, God, the deck, what do they want us to think about today? Okay. I release all fears and doubts. I release all fears and doubts. And the back says, I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. I am loved and I am safe. I release all fears and doubts. I'm sure that we all have fears and doubts. I've been going through a lot of change myself and trying to stay calm as I navigate, the different obstacles that life has thrown at me. Is sometimes the hardest part, and then creating space in your day where you get to just be calm and be with yourself. It's so easy to pick up the phone and scroll, or even just call someone instead of just like sitting down and being with yourself. I actually just got done with a 25-minute meditation before I started recording this, and it's amazing how difficult it can be to just like let yourself slow down and just be. But once you do it, you're really glad you did it, and you even have like some pretty awesome insights on, not necessarily what you need to work on next, but maybe you have insights on where you're doing well and where you kind of just need to go with the flow on other things. And another thing I find really interesting about meditating too is these intrusive thoughts that'll come up. So like they'll just kind of be repeating and repeating and repeating, and you're like, I don't want to think this anymore. But they just keep going on and on. But whenever we kind of create space where they can be fully seen and fully felt, like in meditation, they start to loosen up a little bit, and they start to not be the forefront and focus of our minds all the time. Sometimes. But yeah, I release all fears and doubts. I encourage you to say that to yourself several times a day. But I also wanted to share with you guys, I got this deck called Love Who You Are, and I bought it whenever me and my husband Andy were on our honeymoon in Alaska. And we were at this little port town, and this little, like, for lack of better words, hippie store. She had a bunch of like sun catchers and different like flowy clothes and cards and all sorts of fun stuff like that. And I just felt really attracted to this shop and talked with the owner for quite a while, and I finally decided I was going to buy this deck because it's kind of sitting behind the counter and it just called me. You know, guys, I love cards. So let's go ahead and pull Love Who You Are deck. So what do we need to love about ourselves today? What do we need the little reminder of? Okay. This one says, radiate gratitude. Radiate gratitude. Look at that beautiful sunflower. Got a little bee, some butterflies. Looks like there's 5 butterflies on there. Radiate gratitude. And then this one actually comes with a book, so I wanted to read to you what the definition actually says. So it's like this. Radiate gratitude. This is a moment to set aside any concerns or distractions. Allow your circumstances, stresses, and challenges to be tucked away for a bit. This moment is about the sacred, intentional pause that can create gratitude. Take account for all the dreams you once held that are now your reality. Think of all the people, places, and events that had to line up to grant you your wish. From the sun that creates enough energy in a single day to run the machines of Earth for 1,000 years, to the oxygen so freely provided by the planet, filling your lungs in this very moment without any effort on your part. The universe conspires to delight you, and there are a million unseen forces moving in concert right now to support your life force. I think about this a lot because there's so many circumstances of like, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have met so-and-so, and this wouldn't have happened, then, you know, I think about even the lady who has been coming to my meditations. I know when she first came in, it was kind of a tough day. I had never seen her before, and could tell that there was something going on, but continued on like normal, doing my meditation, and I wanted to give her a hug after, and I hugged her, and I could just feel like, I didn't even know what was going on. I still don't know what was happening, but I could just feel the relief that simple act of like hugging brought with her. And I never really kind of expected to see her again. Sometimes people come once and then they don't come back, and sometimes I'll have people that come and they come for the next several, but then she came back and I was just like so delighted, like, wow, it helped her. That's freaking awesome. Like, that's like why I'm doing what I'm doing, and like it just kind of affirms to keep doing it, right? But if I would have never met her, or maybe even made that connection with her, she wouldn't have invited her friend who is now wanting me to do a floating sound bath, and so on. It's wild to me how these like breadcrumbs kind of line up, and the more you pay attention to them, you see another breadcrumb and another breadcrumb and another one. People call these synchronicities or maybe even coincidences, but the older I get, the more I realize that coincidences aren't even a real thing. Like, everything is playing out exactly as it's meant to. And of course, we have free will and we can decide not to see those signs or not to take those little nudges, but when you start to pay attention to them, the path becomes clearer. And if we're just brave enough to slow down enough and realize that maybe we don't know everything, maybe there is a whole lot more bigger than us happening at any given time. It's nice to be a part of something bigger. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but it's really, really something to be grateful for whenever we look at life and how life has played out over, years and stuff. Because I could tell you, if I told my 19-year-old self who I am now, she'd be like, girl, what? So, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. And, remember to radiate gratitude. And also to release any fears and doubts. And these kind of go together. Release those fears and doubts and radiate gratitude. Anyway, y'all, as always, you know, wherever life takes you, grow.